Episode 56 WG July 31st, 2024 Will free beer make tourists more responsible, like something free for IRWB? In episode 56 WG, the angle of the carrot instead of the stick is discussed. One heat pump rebates are a carrot held out to indoor residential wood burners, IRWB termed here in episode 56 WG, as tourists in their own neighborhoods in 2024 to get them the indoor residential wood burners to stop behaving irresponsibly in a way that harms local near neighbors through air pollution that threatens to shorten or end the near neighbors' lives and causes the near neighbors unnecessary medical bills as well. 2 RAWSEP View Contrast the incentive of heat pump rebates for indoor residential wood burners in order to make them more responsible in hand in their indoor residential wood burning appliances, and use clean home heating alternative of heat pumps in contrast with free beer incentives for tourists to clean up their garbage in Denmark in 2024. 3 New York Times July 30th, 2024 Robots are coming and they're on a mission. Install solar panels. Energy companies say a labor shortage is one big obstacle to installing more solar power. They're turning to machines to speed things up. Main content. 1 heat pump rebates are a carrot held out to indoor residential wood burners, IRWB termed here in episode 56 WG, as tourists in their own neighborhoods in 2024 to get them the indoor residential wood burners to stop behaving irresponsibly in a way that harms local near neighbors through air pollution that threatens to shorten or end the near neighbors' lives and causes the near neighbors unnecessary medical bills as well. According to the lead news article in this episode 56 WG, free beer is a carrot held out to tourists in Denmark in 2024 to get them to stop behaving irresponsibly in ways that harm local Denmark citizens. When near neighbors endure the health-denying PM2.5 containing with smoke emissions in the near neighbor yards from indoor residential wood burners, those near neighbors often have the time to wonder if the indoor residential wood burners know they are being irresponsible in threatening the health and lives of near neighbors. 1A wood costs versus cheaper alternatives for home heating. Cost of the wood itself. Wood burning costs more than other forms of home heating when the entire life-death cycle of wood burning is counted. Will unneeded but probably wished for financial incentives carrots make indoor residential wood burners more responsible? What would those incentives be? In 2024, heat pumps that work down to 40 degrees below zero of up to $8,000 based on a sliding income scale for indoor residential wood burners who are indigent or low income is being offered through United States governments, such as the heat pump rebates beginning in Wisconsin by September 2024. Are these heat pump incentives well publicized enough? Are indoor residential wood burners truly indigent or low income as many claim? Wood burning for home heating is usually not the lowest price home heating alternative now, since the logistics of moving wood and bans on moving wood because of transport of pests, and the cost of the wood itself has increased as it becomes scarce. The cost of solar and wind power for home heating has gone down and down and down. 1B healthcare costs. Cost of healthcare for illnesses of near neighbors is not counted in arguments for use of indoor residential wood burners. The number of illnesses identified in medical research articles to be caused by indoor residential wood burning PM2.5 is increasing and increasing in 2024. 1C Do indoor residential wood burners think they are being responsible in burning wood? If so, the indoor residential wood burners need to be educated first. Education in what level PM2.5 and CO2 emissions come from even the cleanest wood burning stove in the United Kingdom the Ecostove needs to be widely disseminated. In a nutshell, the facts are these. A ban on wood burning should include indoor residential wood burning. In the past, it may have been more difficult to identify where the wood smoke was coming from when it came from inside a house, but now we have PurpleAir PM2.5 monitors which can be placed hyperlocally in the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners. The PM2.5 level data from these PurpleAir PM2.5 monitors can show the source of the pollution, which is often indoor residential wood burning, and PurpleAir PM2.5 monitors can reliably and accurately show that PM2.5 is above Environmental Protection Agency National Ambient Air Quality Standards, EPA NOx, of above 35 micrograms per cubic meter in a 24-hour period, above 9 micrograms per cubic meter annually, or above the World Health Organization PM2.5 safe limits of 5 micrograms per cubic meter. Wood burning emits 90% PM2.5 particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, the perfect size to infiltrate the human lungs, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. In comparison, after testing the cleanest burning indoor residential wood stove in the United Kingdom, the eco-design wood stove, wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM2.5 and CO2 as the fossil fuel coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. 2 RAWSEP View Contrast the incentive of heat pump rebates for indoor residential wood burners in order to make them more responsible in hand in their indoor residential wood burning appliances, and use clean home heating alternative of heat pumps in contrast with free beer incentives for tourists to clean up their garbage in Denmark in 2024. If you substitute tourist to Denmark for indoor residential wood burner and local Denmark resident for near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners, you will understand the analogy. Indoor residential wood burners are essentially acting as tourists in their own neighborhoods by burning wood rather than using clean energy for home heating. They are dropping their pollution in the common areas of their neighborhoods and forgetting about how they are affecting the locals who are their own near neighbors. But the ways the tourists are supposed to help the Denmark community are only to clean up after the fact, when even simply proactively not dropping trash on the streets could stop the problem of pollution by tourists that negatively affects the local in their tracks and on their land tracts. RAWSEP View concludes that fees and fines are necessary for stopping PM2.5 pollution from indoor residential wood burning in cases when heat pump rebate carrots are not enough. A carrot and a stick is sometimes necessary, at least until indoor residential wood burners are educated enough to stop indoor residential wood burning on their own initiative. From the article below, planting native vegetation in Hawaii does not create plants that absorb deadly PM2.5 emissions from wood burning, although plants through photosynthesis absorb CO2 caused by wood burning. Tourists using public transportation in Copenhagen rather than driving a rented car will cut PM2.5 and CO2 emissions from transport, but not cut PM2.5 and CO2 emissions from wood burning. The quote, "Tourists want to feel good about doing something sustainable without feeling ashamed," is interesting. Do people who are indoor residential wood burners feel they are being shamed by their air polluting habit being outed? Does shame work? They could be outed and fined at the same time, and actually should be shamed if they are very sensitive individuals doing a very insensitive thing they were unaware they were doing before. If they were fined at the same time, they could be rapidly educated if they were uneducated that what they were doing was air polluting before. The fact is that only using a carrot for stopping indoor residential wood burning will probably not work. You make the pollution and then try to clean it up? That is counterintuitive. The intuitive sensitive thing would be not to pollute in the first place. You can't sweep PM2.5 pollution from indoor residential wood burning under the rug by planting another tree. You have to refrain from indoor residential wood burning in the first place. If you get free beer for planting another tree in the place of a burned tree, you are getting rewarded for a fake solution. So free beer for tourists for taking public transportation will work for lowering PM2.5 and CO2 pollution from transport. Yippee! Free beer in this instance will not work for lowering PM2.5 and CO2 pollution from indoor residential wood burning. In RAWSEP View Good for Venice 4 in the carrot versus stick debate, the punitive policies like charging day visitors a fee in Venice. Near neighbors endure PM2.5 pollution from indoor residential wood burning. Near neighbors do not welcome PM2.5 pollution from indoor residential wood burning emissions that threatens their health and lives. Expecting indoor residential wood burners to change and stop indoor residential wood burning without being educated first and fined second, and stop third is unrealistic from near neighbors' point of view. Perhaps some uneducated indoor residential wood burners would change because of the virtues of volunteering to stop indoor residential wood burning as the sole psychic reward, as mentioned in the news article. Near neighbors did not allow, as they say in Palau, or invite in PM2.5 from indoor residential wood burners. Near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners did not say to either the indoor residential wood burner nor to PM2.5 from wood burning emissions you're of the right ilk to be sensitive and to come into a family or clan-tied space. Any service a tourist could perform could only be removing the indoor residential wood burner tourist from your home, which is adversely affecting health and lives, as well as incrementally hastening climate change, especially in the neighborhood of hyper-localized near neighbors. From the article in the New York Times. Will free beer for ending indoor residential wood burning PM2.5 make tourist indoor residential wood burners more responsible? Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to Residents Against Wood Smoke Emission Particulates, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Will free beer for ending indoor residential wood burning PM2.5 make tourists indoor residential wood burners more responsible? Will free beer make travelers more responsible? In the carrot versus stick debate, fees and fines have dominated the conversation. But some destinations' new policies aim to reward tourists who behave responsibly. On Maui in Hawaii, volunteers in the Malama Hawaii program help plant native vegetation. Participants are rewarded with discounted hotel rooms, free meals, or hotel credits in exchange. July 30, 2024. Earlier this month, when the Tourism Office of Copenhagen, Denmark announced it would reward travelers with freebies for taking conscientious actions like using public transportation, proponents of sustainable travel cheered the adoption of a strategy that would encourage responsible behavior. Tourists want to feel good about doing something sustainable without feeling ashamed, said the chief executive of Sustainable Travel International, which works with destinations and travel operators to address climate and community impacts. These programs make sustainable tourism very tangible. In the carrot versus stick debate, punitive policies like charging day visitors a fee in Venice have dominated the conversation. But an emerging set of policies is designed to guide and reward travelers' good behavior. Visitors might need the push. A new Booking.com survey of 31,000 travelers globally found that while 75% of travelers want to travel more sustainably in the next year, 45% admitted it was not a primary consideration when planning a trip, and 28% said they are tired of hearing about climate change. In the past, we've said, people should just do the right thing, and if they're educated, they'll do it. But that's not the case in the moment people forget. Increasingly, destinations are guiding visitors by using the smartest technology, gamification, behavioral science, and incentive management, which is so much more productive than just saying travelers should do better. Organizations with reward systems address a range of sustainability goals, including caring for the environment, easing over-tourism, supporting local business, and sustaining cultures, as the following programs illustrate. In Key West, visitors who take snorkeling, dolphin watching, and other trips with Honest Eco Tours are awarded 10 points and a free t-shirt. Users who amass 40 points can turn them in for a Keys-branded accessory pouch. Those with 100 points get a tote bag. In coastal British Columbia, hikers who participate in Tourism Squamish's Red Bag program by hauling out their trash and any they find along the way receive tokens for, among other things, free beer. Tourism Squamish introduced the Red Bag program, in which ambassadors stationed at popular trailheads and parks distribute free red plastic garbage bags. The staff encourages hikers and campers to use the bags to haul out their trash and pick up any they find along the way for a reward. After turning in a bag of garbage at the Visitor Information Center, travelers receive a token to be exchanged at participating local businesses for a free coffee, craft beer, or ice cream cone. In Palauan Archipelago in Micronesia in late 2024, Palau points are accumulated by participating in activities such as purchasing reef-safe sunscreen. The word Olau in Palauan means to invite in, and Olau Palau will extend invitations to visit special places like a private taro patch or a men's meeting house. We're not going to give you a discount on anything, but we're saying you're of the right ilk to be sensitive and to come into a family or clan-tied space. In 2020, Hawaii introduced Malama Hawaii based on the Hawaiian word for to care for. It aimed to attract visitors to volunteer experiences such as beach cleanups and tree plantings by offering discounted hotel rooms, free meals, or hotel credits in exchange. The program continues to compensate volunteers with rewards such as discounts of up to 15% off rooms at select hotels. But a new category of opportunities touts the virtues of volunteering as the sole psychic reward. Between early March and mid-July 2024, 463 visitors participated in a Malama Hawaii activity, generating an estimated 1,400 hours of service. 3 New York Times, July 30th, 2024 robots are coming and they're on a mission. Install solar panels. Energy companies say a labor shortage is one big obstacle to installing more solar power. They're turning to machines to speed things up. Excerpts edited by RAWSEP for brevity and clarity in relationship to residents against wood smoke emission particulates of 501c3 nonprofit organization. AES Corporation's Maximo robot can install hundreds of solar panels, often weighing 60 pounds or more in a single day, even when temperatures rise into the 100s Fahrenheit. July 30th, 2024. There are not enough workers to build large solar farms. Now they're turning to robots for help. On July 30th, 2024, AES Corporation introduced a first-of-its-kind robot that can lug around and install the thousands of heavy panels that typically make up a large solar array. AES said its robot Maximo will work in the California desert later in 2024 to help install panels at the largest solar plus battery project under construction meant to help power Amazon data centers. The company aims to build hundreds of similar AI-powered robots. Blue-Green Alliance, a partnership of labor unions and environmental groups, said automation can help folks be more productive, but we also want to create good-paying union jobs, and automation isn't always a friend there.